Mine is from Get Smart, the one with Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway. The scene it's when Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway's characters meet for the first time. The audience knows that they're both in the same field and they should know each other, but they both don't. And it's just sort of a comedic piece. And it's short, but it is very funny. My favorite part was, I think it was directing the actors, because it was a funny scene that I got. I got to just have fun with the characters a lot, and I put a lot of trust into them to make sure that they could, if they wanted to improvise to make the scene better, I just was like, please do it, because I thought that that would add to the scene a lot, and it was just really fun to see what they came up with and their own ideas of how they wanted the scene to go, and it just added so much more to it, and it was just really fun to see that. Along with making the set that we made, I made a set to add a bit more to the script, and it was really fun not only to see it get built, but to see it be used and to light it. It was like the scene, like the final product, it was just, the whole journey was fun, and then the product was just fantastic. The most challenging part, well, there's the sort of technical side of it. I mean, it was right towards the end, so everyone was getting a bit tired. That was a bit difficult to get everyone kind of motivated to keep on going, especially because I was the director. I had to be there like, all right, we got this, like, we're almost there, we're gonna get some good stuff, so just keep on going. And so having them tired, but then as well figuring out all this equipment, like when we did the scene with the set that we built, we used a sound stage, so the set was lit very well, but everything else around it was very dark. It was having to figure out how to do this safely, but as well to get the shot that I wanted for the scene. That was a bit challenging, especially because there were a couple of shots I wanted that were just one take, and having to get everything planned perfectly and to have the camera follow it as well. There was so much to consider for it, and there was a lot of planning and rehearsals for it, and that was very challenging to do, but we did end up getting it, and it's one of my favorite shots that I got for that entire thing. I've definitely improved as a director. Director was one of those roles that was a bit daunting to me, because when I thought of a director, I thought of someone who has to be demanding and controlling, and someone who can take hold of the whole production. And I didn't feel like I could do that very well. I'm very kind of go with the flow, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. And I didn't think I would be a good director, but actually having more people, more crew for this shoot, and having more to juggle, it was a lot more pressure, but I realize now I'm actually pretty decent under pressure. And being a director was something that I think definitely in this shoot I saw myself improve way more, because I had a better understanding of what I wanted, and because I had planned more. When someone came around with a question, had it there, in the back of my mind, right there to answer. And it was good for me to see that, I'm getting more comfortable with being in such a big role like that, and seeing that growth from being I don't want to do it at all to, I could actually do it. I think the main one was get more coverage. There was that pressure of, I need to get all this stuff done, and I am good under pressure, but because of that pressure, I'm also I want to be more efficient. So I was very much oh, these are the shots, all right, do them, next one, I'm happy with that, next one. And coming back from it, I got all the shots I wanted, and I was able to get my piece, but I feel like I would have been a lot happier if I got more coverage, and even if it's just cutaway shots that don't seem like much, I feel like that could have added so much more to this whole scene. So from now on, I know, make time for the shots that you want, but also plan another hour or two just in case you want to get more, or on the day, you go to your DOP and they're like, oh yeah, we should also get this. Like, you need that time, that extra time for more coverage. I really liked the intro to my scene. That was the shot that I got with the dolly, and everything had to be timed perfectly. And like having that whole small little scene at the beginning to like introduce the character and the whole world that he was in. It was just so filling to see that done, and it was like done so well by like the DOP, and like the sound recorders like got such good audio for it too. It was just, everything fell in place so nicely. And now, like, when I see that intro, I'm like, this is a beautiful scene, and I'm very proud of it. So I think the intro is my favorite part. I am more eager to go into the screenwriting of it all. We've touched on it a bit in semester 1, and it was just so fun to write a whole world and write this character and to go into so much depth about it. It's just interesting to learn about, and I really do want to go more into that for this semester, and to be able to write such a beautiful character or insane world for this next semester for the final piece at the end of the year.